This chandelier was the first light I chose for my home. I saw it in a restoration hardware catalog a few years before we started building and loved it immediately for its beautiful curvilinear shape and organic-looking cream-colored beads. I found out later that the chandelier is made of more than 3,000 hand-rolled clay beads that were made by women in the rural KwaZulu-Natal Midlands in South Africa. After the beads are hand-rolled, they are dried in the African sun, dip-dyed, kiln-fired, and strung by hand on the wrought iron frame. Each of these chandeliers is a one-of-a-kind, unique piece made entirely by hand and provides a life-changing source of income for these artisan women. The clay beads vary in size from biggest to smallest and add scale and repetition to the piece as they cascade down to the base. The beaded strands curve naturally in twists and turns, creating movement. Rhythm is created in the varying widths and spacing of each beaded strand. The dark industrial wrought iron contrasts beautifully with the light beads in not only color, but in the form. The beads appear soft in comparison to the dark, hard lines of the wrought iron. Emphasis is added by the silver twine that tie the strands to the wrought iron skeleton, as well as the center light bulbs that hang at different lengths inside the curvilinear form. During the day, this light is the focal point of the room, an organic piece of art. At night, the chandelier transforms into an accent piece as it creates mood lighting. We put this light on a dimmer switch, allowing different shadows to be cast on the ceiling depending on the luminosity. At its full light, a strong shadow is cast on the ceiling in a star pattern. The shadow not only creates another layer of visual interest, but also brings harmony and unity to the space. So I thought it would be fun to try and replicate the clay beads that are in the chandelier. So I have my Play-Doh, and I'm gonna roll it. It's not as easy as it looks to get a perfect little sphere. Now I'm gonna take a dowel, I'm gonna punch a hole through it so that when I string it onto my chandelier, hopefully once it's baked in the sun, dip dyed, and fired in a kiln, it might turn out just as beautiful. And the good thing, I only have 2,999 left to do.